Now Nixon's gonna freestyle rap with us.
Yo.
Just Ryan showing off butt plugs.
Well, I came here on a visitor's visa to be on vacation. I've been on vacation 8 years.
We need to cut that out.
Sir, where's the fire? I'm like, in my pants and shit like that, you know?
I'm an illegal immigrant.
They'll give you a job application.
Do you know how to do tile?
Nixon, you broke us.
Oh my god. People are gonna think I'm crazy. You're crazy for listening to this.
You know,
Real quick, we didn't say this is Nixon Suarez.
Nixon
Right.
Suarez.
Yeah, where you from? Where you're from?
the beautiful city of Bogota
Bogota.
in Colombia.
Yeah. It's like the Gary, Indiana of South America.
Yeah, no.
No.
I think it's a little better.
Nah, it looks sick. All my friends go there and hike.
Bogota is way
Yeah.
better than Gary.
Yeah.
Less crime.
Yeah.
Also, I think less drugs.
That's funny as hell.
That's very shit.
So what do you think, man? You moved from like this beautiful mountain place to the Midwest,
Yeah.
the Great Plains.
Chicago is a great place.
Yeah.
But I did live in Indiana before.
Yeah,
Chicago.
sorry to hear that.
That's why I love Chicago.
So so you went out with girls in Indiana and here? Did you meet any chicks in Indiana?
I went out a couple of times, yeah.
Oh, he went out.
Oh, he went out, yeah.
Oh.
What'd you guys do down there? Go cow tipping?
Do you learn what farm strong really means?
I think I got the concept. I didn't label it. I'm not into labels.
Yeah.
As long as you're eating out. I mean, up. I mean, whatever.
I think you're the one who wants to be in and out.
Yes.
Just like the burger.
Just like, yeah. That's fun. I mean,
What were you going to say there, Chris?
Nothing. I was just going to comment on Nixon wearing a blanket like an old lady.
Yeah, we were ripping on him for looking like FDR.
Yeah, he got FDR legs right now. For the listeners, not the viewers.
bro, if nothing else works out today, I want people to remember me by the guy who wore a blanket.
He's just shy for showing off his quads. Me and Chris don't care at all.
Yeah, no. I'm flaunting the shit.
Well, I just don't want to out. How do you say that in English? Outshine you.
Yeah.
I will
So-
for a second. Look at this.
Oh, yeah. This is great for the listeners.
This is great for the listener.
Great for the listeners.
Oh,
you got
shit.
some hairy ass legs, dude.
You did have some
Yeah.
hairy ones.
You're like a Colombian werewolf.
No, I actually, yeah. Well, I used to shave them, but you know, I grew up.
So why'd you shave your legs to be more aerodynamic, or what is that about?
'cause I used to do bicycling.
Oh shit, really?
Did.
Yeah,
What kind of bike did you have?
racing. You know,
Yeah, I
You
know
gotta
what kind
have
of
the
bike.
mic in front of you. A road
no,
bike.
but I wasn't gonna road bike.
Road bike.
Yeah,
Yeah, what'd you have? Like something fucking pretty legit, or what? Like,
yeah. I actually, there was a lot of money in that, and until they stole it from me.
yeah, that's how bicycles go, man. Especially in
Yeah.
cities. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
It was fun. That's in one of the sets that I did lately, and it was an improv show, and I was saying that we as humans always try and do things that are potentially harmful,
Yeah.
right? Just to make us feel alive. And I was saying when I was younger, I used to do martial arts and biking.
Yeah.
Now I hit on girls that are way out of my league. That worked out.
We
there.
get a lot of similarities, Nixon. What martial art did you used to do?
What more? What?
What martial art did you used to do?
Oh, I used to do kung fu.
Oh.
I
Oh,
wanted
the
to go into ninjutsu, but I'm too loud for that. That's how it goes.
I'm shocked. There was kung fu practitioners in Colombia? Really?
Dude, they're everywhere.
Why are
I mean,
you
I guess
shocked?
they're
Dude,
everywhere.
South America has big martial arts,
Right.
man. Brazilian jiu-jitsu. They took jiu-jitsu and
I
made
knew
it
one of
better.
those guys who are like, "Do you guys have internet in Colombia?"
No,
Nixon,
but
have you ever pooped
do.
on a toilet?
I get that.
There's-
Like, how was your experience of sitting on a toilet here in America?
Hey, Nixon, in
I
Colombia, do you have written language?
Are you gonna say I'm one of the good ones?
Nick,
You're one of the average ones.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
one of the worst ones.
You know, there was something that I once. Chris said that it was very bad of me to think that at one point there was a lot of cocaine flowing through Colombia. That's true, right?
I didn't say it was bad, but you shouldn't just stereotype a whole country on it. Like, that wasn't everybody.
I have come because it did really piss me off a lot when I first moved to the States.
Yeah.
That every time I said I was from Colombia, they would be like, "Oh, did you bring the good shit?" That would always. That pissed
Those
me
Indiana
off.
folks.
Yeah.
So, like,
now I was like, I'm the good shit.
with your age and like growing up in a city, did you see any of the crazy shit during that whole stuff go down?
No,
Like,
never.
yeah,
I
never really.
Never
Yeah.
saw fucking drugs. Yeah, I always say that's interesting because in Colombia we're famous for the three things that keep the world away: coffee, Cul0s, and cocaine.
Yeah.
And I have none of those.
That's funny as fuck.
The 3 C's.
I can't even
Oh,
drink coffee
man.
anymore because my gastritis.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh man, so you're just really bad at being
I
Colombian.
guess I'm the worst
That's
Colombian ever.
How old are you? If you don't mind me
How old
asking.
are you?
I'm 25.
He's a baby.
I'm gonna be 40 years in August. You guys are
Oh,
invited
dang.
to my party.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh,
I'm
fun.
gonna raise the fucking roof. It's 40, yeah.
That's a big one, man.
That is not an invite to you listeners, by the way.
Come over to Nixon's apartment.
Unless you're a hot girl, then come.
Yeah.
I don't
Um,
think that's our demo, Nixon.
Yeah, no.
We know who we're aiming for.
Where are so far, everybody that I know that listens to this are borderline incels.
Pretty much. Oh man,
But
Chris,
they,
you want
do
to know
they
what I
have
lost?
good sucking lips?
Yeah, dude. Some of them got some DSLs.
Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Bring alcohol. We'll see what happens.
We're gonna throw a Project X party in a fucking apartment.
Don't worry, our average of 30 viewers are
Yeah.
all going to show up.
That's a lot of people for a Chicago
Oh
apartment.
shit, we
though.
need to mention it, Chris.
What?
We are now an international
International.
podcast.
We need that fucking thing. Yeah. Shout out Nairobi, Kenya.
Yeah, we got. Tell him, Chris. Where do we got them?
Nairobi, Kenya, and then a rural village south of Seoul, Korea.
Yep.
South Korea, not the North one. They're fucking lame.
I don't think they get podcasts
Oh,
up there.
geez.
We're gonna be we're gonna do a North Korea
This
comedy
is a
tour.
very racist podcast.
How's it racist? We're inclusive. Like we got listeners in Nairobi and we got listeners in South Korea. Sure, they're probably two dudes that just
And what
looked
about
up
North
two
Korea?
hot girls for like porn. No, there's no North Korea is lame, man. It's like the Indiana of the Korea.
North Korea's only fun if you're Kim Jong.
Yeah.
Everyone else
Or
sounds kind of horrible.
Seth Rogen made it look pretty fun. Actually, no, Dennis Rodman really had fun there in real life.
He went there.
Yeah, he did.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Like he would go hang out with the motherfucker.
Mr. 4-time? Or
Is
did he
that
get-
is that his name?
or
I
did
don't
he get
know.
5?
I don't remember. I used to like sports when I was like real little, and I just stopped caring.
He has 1 less than Jordan, so I think it's 5. Little
Yeah.
Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, we're international now, man. Getting all those hits. We also have a shit ton of downloads in Memphis, Tennessee. I don't know why. That's pretty cool. So shout out to Memphis. Me and Ryan are gonna
Do
come
you
down.
know anyone in Memphis?
No, I don't know anybody in Memphis. But we're gonna go down there. We're gonna eat ribs and we're gonna get mugged. And then we're gonna come back to Chicago, eat deep dish, and get mugged. We got listener. Oh, and then St. Paul. So the two cities probably.
Minnesota.
Yeah,
Minnesota.
yeah. Shout out to that. The two cities also dangerous
Shout
and
out
known
to
for
that.
murders.
St. Paul's dangerous.
Yeah,
Really?
I thought it was.
I mean,
Isn't it?
maybe.
Where is St. Paul?
It's Minneapolis.
Is that where the... I'm not going to go.
Racist Ryan gonna fire up.
But you see, because I'm from Colombia, people keep asking me. They always tell me, "Oh, I want to go to Colombia. I really want to go to Colombia. But is it safe?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"Dude, have you been to Chicago?"
Yeah, dude. This is
That's,
dude.
I think anywhere is equally dangerous.
Nixon,
Wait.
my
It's your turn.
my grandma, right? We watched somebody get their throat slit and die in front of her house, and there's shootings on her street, and they found a body on her street, and she's like, "I can't believe you're moving to Chicago. It's dangerous there."
I was watching Creator Clash. Do y'all know what that is?
I don't know what that is. Do you know what that is, Nixon?
Probably not. A famous YouTuber, iDubbbz, got like 20 like really famous people on the internet and like
Yeah.
different streamers and stuff to go box the shit out of each other.
That's fucking good.
And it was probably one of the most entertaining events I've ever seen. And I'm a big boxing fan and like UFC fan. This was more fun than any of those because no one knew what they were doing.
It's just a bunch.
It'd be like taking two people just off the street and say, "Hey, you have 6 months," and then go fight one another.
Yeah. Hey, you're lightly neurodivergent and own a camera. You qualify.
It ranged from some of the fights being like super intense to just completely one-sided to just. They also had the first women's fight.
Yeah.
For creators, it's like it was brutal. It was brutal. They just kept going at it.
Dude, I want to see that. Is it pay-per-view or is it
I paid for it. You can watch it. I can send you the link later.
Yeah, dude, I want to see. I love that shit. Like you ever watch the Barstool Sports Rough and Rowdy?
No, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's good. A guy I know was on it.
Really?
Yeah, he's a comic in Pittsburgh, Matt Light. Just kept talking all kind of shit on. I can't remember the dude's name. Like one of the main dudes who was like 6'4" and like 250 and like jacked and actually does martial arts and stuff. And this other guy's just a comic from Pittsburgh, pretty average height, 5'7", 5'8", something like that. It was really unfair, but yeah, he was on pay-per-view and they kind of kicked his ass.
Oh, it was on pay-per-view? What was his name?
Who, the guy?
Yeah, the guy you know.
Matt Light. Dude, he's funny as fuck. He
Lights like a light bulb?
L-I-G-H-T, yeah. But yeah, no, he was on that. Maybe we can ask him about that. What are you playing, YouTube? What is this?
This is YouTube.
Great, now
Friday, my fucking trainer said he's gonna beat the shit out of me.
48 hours out. Just got the best night's sleep in my entire life.
I did Taekwondo.
what is this? Is this the fight?
I don't know.
Oh, that's Matt's thing.
Fuck, you're too skinny.
Which one's him?
Oh, here. I gotta see. We're gonna get copyrighted for this.
Well, I'm just gonna turn off. I'm just gonna mute it.
Oh, yeah.
The Roxy, 7 p.m. We'll see.
I saw him on earlier.
Also, this is on their YouTube channel,
Yeah.
so I don't think we'll get copyrighted.
I don't know if they're gonna make cool videos about him, but maybe we can ask him if he wants to talk about it.
I'd be really interested if we could get him on here.
Okay, I'll ask him. We'll see how he is.
Does he have a history?
Dude, he just beefed with fucking Barstool a whole bunch.
That's all he did.
They flew him to it. They flew him to like Atlanta, and he went into a stadium.
And he has no background in boxing or
No,
anything?
dude, he's just like, I'll beat your ass. And he just kept talking about he'll beat his ass. Dude, it's funny.
Yo, that's funny.
Oh my god.
Oh man, we might need to do 2 next week, Chris.
Oh, I wonder if
Oh
he'll.
no, that'll work. We'll get him next week.
We'll see if he can call
surprise
in.
episode.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get Matt. I hope he does it. Maybe
And
he won't. I
so
don't know.
when-
It depends on what mood he's in.
When he comes in next week, are you guys also gonna be talking about the next invitee for the next week?
Yeah. So what we do is just half-ass everything on this podcast.
We don't
No,
normally do that,
no,
but we do it now.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Welcome to the future.
Because the actual, the current invited is not interesting.
No. Yeah.
No, we just went on a tangent.
Yeah.
So, anyways, man, it was incredibly fun to watch last night as a fan of boxing. It was so dumb. It was just like a bunch of people who should not. It'd be like, Chris, it'd be like if we took a bunch of comics from the city and we were like, put them in a ring
Yeah.
and have them just fight it out. They're close enough. There was a, I don't know if do you guys remember Epic Mealtime at
Yeah.
all? That
Yeah.
guy, Harley, the main guy in there versus Ego Raptor. There's like
Yeah.
a 7, he's like 6'6". There's like a 5-inch difference and a 65-pound difference.
Yeah. So that's like that matchup. That's like the matchup with that. The rough and rowdy thing. Yeah.
Dude, it was just, some of it was just so sad to watch. Where they were like so excited going in, they just got destroyed in like seconds. It was, some of them were actually really good. They actually let them go like full out. There was one fight. What are their names? I'll try and remember. It was Matt and Ryan. I know their first names. I forget what they're from. One was formerly from H3, I think, or Markiplier, and I forget what the other one was. They were like about the same height, like 6'2" and 5'11".
Yeah.
Both around like 180 pounds. And I thought, because it was like they're not normally doing this, so I figured it would just be a bunch of called fights before, like, once things got really hard. No, they let them. This Matt kid just knocked the shit out of this Ryan kid. Just,
Yeah.
and he just goes flying to the mat. I was like, no fucking way. I thought they would just, everyone before that they called
Yeah.
were like, they were just getting beat down too much. They're like, no, it's over. That was what I think in boxing, it's four uncontested strikes. If you can't block or return something,
Yeah.
they call it immediately. No, He was returning, and he just got knocked out, like full face on the ground.
That's what they did to that kid in the Rough and Rowdy thing. They just it was really unfair, and they straight up actually KO'd him.
Did they?
Like, it fucking terrible. Like, that shouldn't be allowed. Dude, but I don't know. Like, not to keep bringing him up, I just commend him for the balls for, this is a dude twice his size. And, like, it's nationally televised. And he's like, fuck you, I'll take you.
I'm
That's
so
fucking
fascinated.
Yeah, it's a cool story.
Did
but
they pay them anything for doing that? Or
It was
probably
all
on the
for
YouTube.
this. No, it was all for charity.
Oh, that's
All for charity. So, I mean, but you say that, but because it was such a big event, like
Yeah.
anything they did leading up to this, just like huge numbers.
yeah. That's how you do that.
So you boost your own audience during like the season for it, because so many people are like I, who don't normally super pay attention to that kind of stuff, would pay attention to people's streams or like their random videos of them training, because I was hyped for this for like the last month. I was like, this is so stupid. I love it. I love the concept. Which, like, in the past, I've loved like the Jake Paul stuff, even though I don't really super like Jake Paul, but it's fun. They know how to make it entertaining. Boxing is not entertaining right now.
yeah. Jake
He's
Paul,
a
he's a famous YouTuber.
Big internet star.
He's the one that, was it him or Aaron or whatever? What's his brother name? Aaron Paul? Or no, what's it? Jake Paul and who? What is it?
Logan.
Logan. I don't know why I said Aaron. I think it's a guy I know. Yeah.
Pretty generic white name. They're very generic. I think they're from Idaho. But one was on Disney for a while.
Yeah, the other one went through the Agigahara forest where everybody goes in Japan to kill themselves.
Yeah, that happened.
Do you have any suicide forest in Colombia?
Suicide Forest?
Yeah, like a place everybody gets to kill themselves.
That's a great transition.
There's actually in the neighborhood where I used to live, there's a mountain right behind my house.
Yeah.
And there's a tree.
Yeah.
And it's called the El Árbol del Amor, the tree of love.
Yeah.
Because they would go there to fuck people.
I saw that.
I don't know what I was
Hey, you want to go to
expecting.
the fuck tree?
That was the spot for it?
So
Was there a line always for it? Or did you just
I certainly hope so.
4 sides to a tree, you just post up on an open side?
I always just went to watch.
Whoa.
Bro, it's,
Just
I
from the
grew up
bushes?
in a rough time. I didn't have time. I didn't have money for porn.
Dude, hey, this is the second podcast in a row where we talk to somebody who watched people have sex outside from a distance in a mountainous region.
Who
Wait,
says it was
what?
from a distance?
Dan watched Afghani people
Oh, he
have sex.
did watch
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
I was like, what are you talking about?
Who says it was from a
Well,
distance?
you're just like right there. In
You're
the-
just
They're
right
like,
behind.
dude, just move a little, okay?
yeah.
Just like get out of my point of view. Did you ever, at any point?
No, actually, when I like it's a long time. I think it was in the 50s or something, and now it's just known as the Tree of Love because it has like a lot of the names with hearts and stuff.
That's what I thought it was going to be, not what you said it was.
Bro, I'm a comedian. It's my job to come up with shit like that.
Oh man.
I was also not looking at people having sex from a short distance.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nixon's a liar.
No shit.
No credibility.
Why
Yeah.
would you volunteer? We're gonna cut that part out. So we're just gonna keep your credibility.
Yeah,
Nixon likes watching people fuck.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell
In
you one
person.
of the things that I have learned in comedy. Most important is I can make people applaud just by lying.
Yeah. What do you do? Women are funny.
No, everybody knows that's a lie. That's if you are going to give a lie, you have to be credible.
We got chauvinist
Like,
Chris
give
over
it up.
here.
Oh, yeah,
I
raise
always-
your eyes, show this
I
Chris.
always go like, give it up for your host. He's doing a great job. That's
No, that is not where Chris took it.
Yeah.
Yeah, racist Ryan and chauvinist Chris. We
Yeah.
got the whole gambit here,
Yeah,
man. We're
yeah.
covered. Oh my God.
Yeah.
No wonder why people have turned this down to come on this show.
Yeah, until they hear us say, like, women belong in the kitchen unless they're this specific ethnicity. Bam.
oh jeez.
Great. Now I won't get SNL.
You will, but you will get fired a month later.
Oh, that'd be the most
That's
gangster
what
shit
happens.
ever.
That's how.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been good for Shane.
Dude, he's so funny.
It's been
Who's
good for
Shane?
him.
Shane Gillis.
All right,
I thought that's what you were talking about. You didn't know about that?
no.
He was like 5 years ago now.
Was it 5? It was less than that, I thought.
I was in college, so it was more than 3.
Wow.
So either 4 or 5 years ago.
So
this guy, he was a comedian. He had like a podcast, and like he submitted to SNL, and they really liked him. And he made it, and they were like, "You're gonna be on this season." And before he was ever on a single episode, or writing, or even on the show, some journalist came out with like he is anti-Asian because he says the.
No, but I think that's what I was saying. It's just in general in comedy, like with Kevin Hart getting the Oscars thing, and then getting.
Dude, yeah, because they went through his like Twitter feed from before he was even famous. They found that, yeah.
But they didn't do that before they hired him.
That's what's so great about Time Hop on Facebook. Every day I go in, I just go back to 2011, delete it. I had some choice words. I had a lot of choice words, dude. I get like pop-ups that I got a warning that I was gonna get like locked out or like a suspension on Facebook for something I said about somebody at AutoZone in 2011.
I always look at my posts from before many years ago, and they were just depressing. I was like, no wonder I didn't get any likes.
Yeah, I have something like that. Let me just see if I have any really depressing ones today.
No, let him do
I mean,
that.
like, oh, you know what? You can't really believe in friends because it's shit like that. Why?
I don't have any social media.
Oh yeah, Chris was telling me. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I mean, it's a little rough, and I gotta get it for like the whole networking, social, professional aspect. But
so
at a personal level, I love not having it.
Right. So
Yeah.
On a
personal level, I love not having it.
I need to have it. You need to have it to get
You're
booked.
right.
You don't. Have you seen? There are a lot of people who do it great comedy and in show business without any platforms.
I mean, that's how I
the game's changing.
connect and network with people. I can.
It's very personal. We
I
all
can
have
get a show.
different-
I've gotten shows through Facebook in other cities, right, and vice versa. Instagram. I've had a lot of people on the show through that. Like, so I needed to network. Like our last show, we had like a girl, fucking killer from Nashville.
She was amazing.
Yeah, one of the funniest people I ever seen.
Do you know her name? Shout her
Allison
out.
Summers, man. She's a monster. I want to fucking book her every show. So good. But like you meet them through social media.
I'm not saying it doesn't make it easier. Of course, it makes it fucking easier. But if it's your personal choice not to have any, you can still do it.
I'm gonna pay one of my cousins to be my social media manager.
Fuck yeah.
And I think that's the move, right?
Yeah,
I think that's the move.
Just pay them like $5 or something.
Yeah, they're still in like high school. I'll pay them like $20 a month. They won't complain. They know it better than we do, if we're being quite honest.
Right. You know what? I'm gonna start doing that too.
Yeah, man.
Because I do have Instagram. I have
Mobilize
Facebook,
your family and make the children work. Make them work again.
I'm sure there is some branch of the government that wouldn't agree with you.
I don't know. You ever watch Ryan's Toys reviews? Probably not.
He's like just Ryan showing off butt plugs. I don't have anything funny about.
Oh wow.
He was like a 5-year-old. I mean, he's like I think he's like 8 now. He's a young kid that like the parents record him, just give him a toy, and he makes millions of dollars every year. That's all. He just plays with the toy, and he's like, "I like this one." They're like, "Why?" It's cool, and it's just like 5 minutes of that, and then he makes millions of dollars, millions of views. It's crazy. They're just. I don't know their situation, but they're just using their child for.
Yeah, they're exploiting a child. It's terrible. Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. My younger cousins love them. Anyways, what were you gonna say?
No, I was looking into the stereotype thing that I was telling you. There's this term that I learned last night. It's legalism. Did you guys actually know what the word legalism means?
Am I gonna have to censor that?
What?
Because I don't.
So legalism. I used to think, because I grew up in a Christian church, and when we talked about legalism, I thought it was about people who were like too uptight and stuff. Last night I learned that the true meaning of legalism is like you actually use the law. You actually do use it. Just use it in the terms of your advantage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying
Yeah.
is, with that, maybe there's nothing illegal about it. It's just the moral of it.
Probably not.
Right?
Probably not.
No,
yeah.
it's
No,
just-
you're right.
It's just weird. I think it's kind of wrong.
You're right. But we're supposed to be comedians, so we should just make a harsh
There's
statement
also
and then go.
Yeah, but also there's a lot of laws I think are fucking stupid. That, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, fuck
so like
yeah.
I think there should be a law against them using a child to get rich. That's terrible, to exploit a person for your
It's pretty
personal
bad.
gain. But like dumb fucking shit like these cameras here taking videos of you and pictures of you when you do like 5 over the fucking speed limit. I think that is bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't think there should be speed limits.
You have to drive
Yeah.
past those speed light cams, right?
Yeah.
You have to drive past them to get to my place
Yeah, I know. I think
all the time. They're the worst thing on earth.
yeah.
Well, the worst thing on earth.
Well, not there's plenty worse.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you hear
things
about
on
what
earth.
happened yesterday?
Oh, I did. I brought it up actually.
Yeah.
No.
What's your top 5 favorite tragedies, Ryan? What's your top 5 favorites?
Oh, this is the kind of questions you guys ask. Okay.
And you can't say
Let's go. Let's-
you can't say 9/11 or the Holocaust because they're played out. Like you gotta.
Do I have to have been alive?
No,
No.
no,
No.
no,
Well, like big ones, rape a Nanking.
dude. That was the first one I was gonna say. I was gonna I don't want to say rape though.
Great.
All right,
Uh,
let's go to
Mine
rape.
is the immigration system.
Immigration system's a tragedy.
In a good way or a bad way? Well, I guess tragedy means bad.
It's awful.
How was it actually?
What do you mean? For me?
Yeah.
Well, I came here on a visitor's visa to be on vacation. I've been on vacation 8 years.
We need to cut that out.
I was rethinking.
You know what? Since
I was like, oh fuck.
since I moved to the States, people keep asking me. You're welcome. I just made your show.
I don't know if we should keep that in.
I don't know.
though.
It's so funny.
Why?
Oh, I mean,
This- So-
I'll cut this portion out.
Check this out. People keep asking me all the time about, or they tell me you shouldn't be saying that you're an illegal. You shouldn't. They keep telling me that all the time. You know what I'm more afraid of? Saying that I had a cough during the pandemic. That was
Yeah.
That will give me more repercussions.
Nothing's more fun though if you go into a Jewel or a Walmart and then there's a bunch of people around you and go, and then they just disperse. Where if you go, I'm an illegal immigrant, they're just like, okay,
Yeah, they're gonna,
all right, like,
okay.
They'll
Yeah.
give you a job
They're,
application.
yeah, they're gonna be like the Chipotle sauces are.
Just some white man's
Do
just
you
gonna
know
grab
how-
you and toss you in a kitchen.
do you know how to do tile?
You're just in a Home Depot. They just give you shingles and hammers, and they're
Yeah.
like, "I have a roof that
You're
needs
sad.
roofing."
It's like starting off an RPG, but instead of a Bulbasaur, you get a Home Depot bucket.
Oh,
Oh
man.
shit! Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's what it is, man. Yeah, they kept asking me when Trump was running for president. They were like, "Are you afraid that he's gonna send you home?" I don't think he knows me. I don't know.
Were you
who-
not? My grandfather was very much. Just for the edification of our viewers, I'm very Mexican. I don't look it. I understand.
He's lying.
He was very worried, and I mean,
you were Asian.
he's been legal. He's been legal for. He immigrated back in the 60s, I think, 60s, 70s, 60s, I think.
Mhm.
And he was very concerned. I don't know. I asked him, and he was. You want to know what? I was like, that's never gonna happen. They can't just illegally just take a group of people and just move them somewhere else. And I was like, oh, internment camps were a
Yeah.
thing. And I was like, oh, the Trail of Tears was also a thing. So maybe they could do it, and maybe he did have some fears. But like it didn't happen.
Right.
But he was very concerned, like
No,
legitimately
that-
concerned.
I honestly understand because I've heard the stories of. I used to be a server in a restaurant, and I used to organize cans in a Mexican store, and I heard the stories of people having to run through the back door because the ice.
No, they
ice
really
come
coming
in,
on,
yeah.
right? Like there's a
Immigration.
lot of all those stories. It's just, I guess I've been lucky, and I.
Knock on wood.
Yeah,
Dude,
what am I gonna?
my neighbor got deported.
Oh really?
Yeah, he got
Oh, shit.
deported back to Italy. Did I tell you this story, Ryan?
No.
Oh, yeah.
you did
Yeah, I
tell
think I
me,
told
yeah.
him. So he was.
Real quick, your neighbor here? When was this?
This is in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
he got deported. It was a weird set of circumstances. He was like a drunk. He used to pay me to drive him to the liquor store. He lost his driver's license, and he would tell me, "Don't tell your grandfather or neighbors that I'm drinking," and give me $20.
You
I would
told
drive him
me
over there
that
and buy him alcohol, which I didn't know that was like bad. I'm like, all right, whatever, fucking sure.
It's
Right?
different back then.
Maurice is buying or giving me fucking gas money. This is cool. It's like 5 minutes away, right? But apparently, I don't know why, he was all drunk and stuff, and a cop called him the N-word. I don't know why. And then he says, "You don't call me the N-word," and then beat the shit out of the cop, and then got deported.
Ooh.
Which is just a really weird way to. That's like not even the right racial slur.
Right.
You know, I don't try and imagine what bad cops are thinking when they do the things they do.
No, me.
This guy was really weird.
I always have these conversations where I am like the polemic person, like I'm on the opposite side, because everybody's like, yeah, fuck the police. I have had nothing but nice cops, and I've been pulled over many a times.
Nixon
And
dressed like shit.
they're usually like, sir, where is the fire? I'm like, in my pants and shit like that, you know. And then still, I get away with it. And they're like, okay, just go.
Chicago and Indiana cops are cool then. If you did that in Pittsburgh, you'd be out of the fucking car.
That's why I don't fuck with them. But like, they're usually. I remember this time a cop pulled me over and he started like asking me questions.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand because, English. And at some point he was like, "Do you have papers?" Like straight, because I think they're not allowed to ask something like that. But because I wasn't understanding him. He was like, "Do you have papers?" And I was, "No, I don't." And he was like, "You should get you can go to this place and you can get, because the driver's license that you have from Colombia is in Spanish, so I can't read it." But he was like being so helpful, and he was like, "You know what? And if you get this document from that place, it's gonna be more difficult for them to send you home." And so, and he was like giving me all of the fucking tips.
Oh, that's solid. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I am sure. I'm not trying to say no. It's because some people have done this or that. It's just everybody has different experiences. I guess it is what it is, and I'm fucking cool. I guess.
And you heard it here, guys. Nixon Suarez, extreme right wing extremist.
Yeah, fuck the non-police.
He's a cop apologist. Cop. Never mind. Keep going. Keep going.
No, like right now I'm applying for my papers. I'm in the process. It's now it's immigration's fault because it's taking them longer. But I had to submit many letters of recommendations. Yeah. One of those letters came from a cop.
Interesting.
So
that's cool.
Yeah.
Good people are good people, no matter what they are.
Exactly.
Right, and the opposite also is true. Bad people are bad people, no matter what they're doing.
Exactly. Even if they look like Ryan, that's
especially if they look like Ryan. Especially.
What would a bad person looks like Ryan do? Besides something bad at a college party.
Why? Why do you do this to me?
All right, Brock.
What?
Huh? Oh, man. You have any mass shootings in Colombia?
Not that I know of. No, I hate talking about that every time because it's like when I say I wasn't born rich. I was born in a very poor part of Bogota in Colombia, but that doesn't mean that there were not rich people.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot of rich people and stuff. So there was like the guerrillas we call them. And so in the 80s and stuff, I think that's why we became famous in the States for drugs, because there was Pablo Escobar and all that. And that formed the cartels. And there was like this one cartel in the north side that was Medellin. Yeah. And then the cartel in Cali that was more south, and they were fighting against. So it was fucking bad. But I don't know if it was because I was a kid. I never was aware of any of that. Yeah. Like I heard the stories, but
I guess it's like everybody outside of Chicago thinks it's the most violent, dangerous place. But then you're here and it's like you're walking around like 3 a.m. though. Like,
well,
comedy shows and talk,
Sounds like it's worse in Mexico, for being honest.
What, worse than Mexico?
No, it sounds like it's it's
horrific.
worse.
Yeah,
It's the worst
dude. It went
in
from,
Mexico.
It went from like where the cartels were kind of like on par with like the American mafia, and they based like a lot of like their aesthetics and things they did off of American movies. Did you ever hear that? Like they saw how they acted like in The Godfather and shit, and like Goodfellas with like flashy cars and like all that. And then somehow it kind of morphed from them just being like mafia dudes to fucking a terrorist group blowing up fucking airplanes and shooting down helicopters and shit, you know?
Well,
That's
that's
fucking crazy.
Because I'm thinking here. Of course, there was a lot of things that happened in Colombia. There was, I do remember attempting of killing some people, and there was explosions.
Yeah.
There's like hard shit. But the same way that here was 9/11, you know?
Yeah.
It's just the difference is the United States seems to have way much better people at marketing. So people are promoting the good stuff in the States. And in Colombia, we always just get the bad rep for the violent things.
I have a question for you, Nixon. Marry, fuck, kill Pablo Escobar, El Chapo, or Osama bin Laden?
That's easy.
I just got a cramp in my rib cage.
Marry Osama bin Laden.
Why?
Yeah, we need wise.
Yeah, why?
Oh, we need wise?
Yeah, if we
Well, because...
He's tall, dark, and handsome.
because in the relationship, he would be the girl.
Why?
And because
he's the girl.
Because I'm
I don't think his religion allows that.
I'm an alpha male.
Oh, okay. And the other two, yeah, I guess El Chapo and Pablo are alpha males. Osama's kind of just like a crybaby little pussy in a cave.
I'll fuck Pablo Escobar
Why?
because he fucked us up.
So it would be like a dominance thing. Not
Yeah.
you know, like I love mustaches.
Like, fuck you. It's because of you that they know us
It's
the way
it's a
they
hate
know us
fuck.
in the world. Yeah. And then I would, of course, kill El Chapo because I don't know him.
Well,
So I will have no feelings at all.
yeah, you kill El Chapo.
After
Actually,
killing him.
I'm waiting to just get like shot up by the fucking cartel in Chicago.
Yep. Latin
This
kings
is
are gonna
weird
show up.
as fuck. We're gonna get canceled in some way.
You know,
I thought El Chapo was kind of cool, dude. He escaped on a motorcycle
that's why El
underground.
Chapo got caught. You know that, right?
What, Chicago?
There were two. I don't know what gang they were affiliated with. That got caught in Chicago. That led them completely back to like where El Chapo was.
Yeah.
And then they got who's the famous writer?
Ooh, J.K. Rowling.
No, fuck you.
Sorry, I'm a turd.
Do you know who I'm talking? The guy who was brought in to get El Chapo. I don't remember his name off the top of my head. Anyway, he's like a famous writer and I think an actor too.
Gabriel Garcia Marquez.
No, it's like a white guy. And El Chapo was like, if I can meet him.
How do you know how Gabriel Garcia Marquez looked like?
I know that's not the name. Because
Ooh, Dr. Seuss.
give me a second to look this up. I'll find it. And that's the reason he got caught is because he was like, I'll go meet him and like some Mexican actress. And then while they were meeting them, they had like the whole wire set up. And then that's how they caught him.
Yeah, what a fucking asshole.
Yeah, what is...
That's such an asshole move to do to somebody.
So
That makes me fucking mad for El Chapo.
was it J.K. Rowling?
No.
Was
Chris,
it L. Ron Hubbard?
Was it what's her name? The one you get a card, you get a
Oprah?
Oprah? Was it Oprah?
Was Oprah?
no.
Famous writer Oprah? Oh, man. Dead silence.
So
for
is there? Yeah, I was gonna say, is there a lot of? We should do that. Let's just shut up.
That'll get cut out. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I just think it's like a shitty thing.
Sean Penn.
Oh, yeah, Sean Penn. He did do that.
Yes.
Sean Penn is a famous writer.
The actor.
Actor.
He was playing a writer. He thought he was a journalist. How dope of a picture is that, though? Like, if I get a selfie with El Chapo, that'd be fucking
That's
so
what it
fire.
was. I'll put it up on the screen.
Is El Chapo still alive?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
got out of jail.
Yeah, dude.
They broke him out.
He rode. There was like they had like a dirt bike on train tracks or something underneath the jail. He like went through the floor and just rode that shit out. Awesome. That's badass.
I guess.
I don't know. I watch way too much like the fucking organized crime shows and movies.
Look,
like, way
it
too
is
hyped.
really fucking cool because it has nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
Right?
Until it wasn't.
It does not affect our lives, probably in very little meaningless ways.
That's why I said I guess because I really never it's probably because I grew up in that thing that we are the bad people that I never saw the cool thing about it. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, it's just fucking
Yeah.
Just, vandals.
It
That's
just,
all I see.
capitalism is so cool, and they're just like hardcore businessmen that like went like too far. I think that's what's like fascinating to me is like they went like there's no like limit. And
That's why I like Trump so much.
Yeah. All right. If you had to marry, fuck, kill, all three of them were Donald Trump, who would it be? Nah. And why?
You go.
Well, yeah.
This is not
I'd
even
marry-
a game.
Huh?
You said they're all Donald Trump.
Okay, give me another option. Who's another option with Donald Trump?
Donald Trump, Mark Cuban, and Mark Zuckerberg.
I was going to go for
Oh, dude, I'd kill Mark Zuckerberg because he fucking banned me on Facebook for 2-3 days. That made me mad. I'd fuck Donald Trump because he seems like a good time, but I don't know if I'd want to hang out with him every day. And then I'd marry Mark Cuban because he's from fucking Pittsburgh and he has a jet. Yep.
Yeah,
I know his niece. She's cool.
Yeah? Oh, really?
Yeah.
You have rich friends? That's awesome.
I don't know if she's rich. I just know.
Do you have any rich friends?
Having rich friends is pretty pointless. No, I don't. Also,
Is it pointless just because you don't have rich friends?
I guess so.
Having rich friends is like the best thing ever. Because you just go and hang out at their huge ass houses and drink their alcohol.
Yeah, I had a rich friend once though, and we'd hang out with him. He was really cool until he wasn't. And,
That's usually what it is.
He just kept like banging his cousins and shit, and we're like, okay, it's fucking weird.
Hold
And
on.
then-
Hold up.
Dude, the dude kept just banging his cousins. We're like, all right, dude, stop.
You need to go into
And
that.
I don't even want to talk about it. It was just weird. Like we're just like chilling.
Let's talk about it. I do want to talk about
That is
it.
exactly what we want to
it's
hear
too much-
about.
Were you watching them from a distance?
No, it was like we had a party at his house, and we're just all sitting on the porch, and it's like storming, like thunderstorming, and they just come out of the woods together. They were at that tree. But no, they just came
were
up.
what?
And I'm saying your fuck tree.
Oh, they're my fuck.
This is making a good
Yeah.
callback.
No, it's like too much to explain, man. Like, yeah, dude, he just kept banging it. I don't know why. That's what you do when you're rich.
But
You just inbreed.
what's the bad part about it? I mean, how does that affect
I don't know.
you?
You fuck up and have retarded kids. Like, what?
Why are you being judgy? What the fuck?
We get allowed to censor this way
No, why are you gonna censor that? That's
because YouTube doesn't like it.
okay. Okay, here's the sound clip. Neurodivergent. Just cut that. Put that in. Oh shit.
Oh man,
How do you say that in Spanish?
neurodivergent.
Enlatado.
Why are we stupid?
Yeah. Imagine if we got high. How bad it would be.
Let's not say
We
stupid.
we still need to have a high and drunk episode at
Yeah.
some point. Oh,
That's gonna be my Mexican pro wrestler name. I want that to be a character so bad now. It's just me in a Speedo with a mask on, just licking windows.
wait, hold up, Chris, so I can censor it again. Can you say L? Can you say that in Spanish? And make it up if you have to.
El Neurodivergent.
So Chris got the big ache this past
now
week.
we're all gonna die.
So he hasn't seen people in a week. I think
A week and a half.
I think he's enjoying talking again.
Yeah, I had the greatest time ever, Ryan. It was fantastic. I got a root canal. That was great. Squirrels ate the wiring harness in my truck, and now it's all fucked up. And I got
We're gonna have to bleep that too.
Huh? Oh yeah.
For the second time, right?
I got El Sicko.
That's
Why?
this is the way Chris works. Good old chauvinist Chris.
And then
yeah, I'd rather be chauvinist Chris than racist Ryan. Because there are people out there of multiple ethnicities that are mean to women and get away with it.
You want to back that up with some facts?
that you can.
That one gets
censor.
edited.
No,
you can,
that stays. That's the opening statement.
No, I'm just saying, like, people don't really cancel people for that
All right.
What do you think people actually cancel people?
because they're bored.
Who cares?
It's a flex. They just want to feel powerful.
No. I'm saying like, why do actually people get canceled? Like,
Because Twitter's bored.
what would be a reason to be canceled?
Well,
Because you see, sometimes we think it's because they say insulting things or stuff, but sometimes people say insulting things and they don't get canceled.
I think when they apologize, it gives the other people power. And they take them out.
if
Dave
there's
Chappelle hasn't apologized for shit.
if there's
Yeah, look how good
something,
he is.
that's why he doesn't give them the power. That being said, if I've learned one thing, it doesn't matter, because, why is my brain just blanking? Maybe I
Because
got
we got to
maybe I got the ick, man.
Yeah.
No, OJ doing great with his cameo in Twitter Live.
Dude, he wrote a book on If I Did It.
He's doing.
Oh,
People
no shit.
still follow him.
Yeah.
People still love him.
right.
And
The
he,
juice man.
So no, to that point, the only way I think it happens is if your audience is built on people who care, right? So like Dave Chappelle, his audience aren't the people that are mad. Like he had a big scandal with the whole trans jokes that he had.
Mm-hmm.
His audience is primarily not trans people. So if they all up and walked out, his entire audience would still be there effectively, right? Whereas like if you were like a trans comic who was, and had like a big trans following, say for example, and then said something kind of off color and they all walked out, that's your whole, they're gone, right?
That makes sense.
They're gone. It'd be like if Ben Shapiro all of a sudden just like flipped and was like, I agree with Bernie Sanders on a few things. Everyone would just walk out.
Trump just did that. He had that the rally or whatever. Was it in Texas? And everybody's going nuts like, yeah. And then he brings out the Johnson & Johnson guy. Like, yeah, this guy made the vaccine. And everybody's just like, what? Did you see that?
No.
Oh, hold on. I'm going to
But
find...
he's been saying that for a while now.
I know. He was like a guy
Here,
telling people to get vaccine.
like, look on my phone because I'm connected to the thing.
Just type in it. Look at YouTube.
I'll look it up.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. And a reason, too, me and Ryan don't have to worry about being canceled because we have no following.
Pretty much.
So we can do what we want. Actually, no, we do have a couple people that listen to us, but what do you think would offend our listeners, Ryan?
I don't know, but I found a Rasputin remix featuring Boris Johnson, Biden, Trump. What did I just find? I understand. I understand what that is. No, I can't. Oh, I see the rally. I don't.
And so the
produce.
This is just clearly a news clip. But yeah, I think that's ultimately what it comes down to. And that if you put pressure on corporations are spineless. They don't want to have the smoke.
Yeah.
So anytime like you put pressure on something that's like what's a recent example, Chris? Do you know of anything?
I know. What about you remember the Rick Ross thing? It was a while back. He literally had a lyric that was like, I wear Reeboks. She don't even know it. Or he said, I'm sponsored by Reebok. She doesn't even know it. I put something in her drink. She don't even know it or something like that. And people complain they yanked his sponsorship and he lost a bunch of money.
So yeah, that's the other way. Other than that, like if your money source doesn't come from something that is affected or cares, and if the people who follow you don't care, then they can't do anything. It's like Shane Gillis, the person we were talking about earlier. They smeared him. He got kicked off of SNL, but he already had a small following, and they did not care. So they just kept listening to him, and then it's slowly just grown and grown because people followed him and were like, oh, I like him. He's pretty funny. He's not that bad. He's not anti-Asian in any way. He just made some jokes. Or at least I don't know. I don't know. I feel like comics talk about cancel culture way too much.
Yeah.
And it's like,
is this a podcast with 3 men talking about cancel culture?
like listening to Joe Rogan talk about cancel culture. It's like, Joe, you're a millionaire. Like you are top 10 like most well-paid comics in the world right now. Why are you complaining?
I have never heard anything from Joe Rogan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Podcast is amazing. I love it. I don't care. If I say I like the Joe Rogan podcasters, comedians like, ugh. And it's like, I can't wait for...
That's a funny thing that I've experienced. That I've been doing comedy for like 3 years. And it seems like comedians are the people with the less sense of humor.
Yeah.
They get very
especially
irritated if they don't believe in what you're saying.
The unfunny ones, especially, like people that have never got a laugh or booked on a show, like random people that only have done open mics, are the most vocal about, you can't say that.
You can't say that. Yes,
Maybe if you took a
can.
fucking chance, you'd get booked more and have a laugh.
What are you looking up, Chris?
I'm looking up the rap lyrics where he said that he date rapes people and Reebok in the same fucking...
I love this kind of things.
Oh, here he said, sold you that Reebok, you didn't even know it. I die over these Reeboks, you don't even know it. Put Molly all in her champagne, she didn't know it. I took her home and enjoyed that shit. She didn't even know it. And then he just keeps going, and then he lost his sponsorship. Yeah, fucking dumbass.
He did it the way he wanted to.
Yeah, he's cool though. He owns Wingstops.
But he's not actually... I'd like to hope he's not actually doing that.
I put Molly in her champagne and she didn't even know it.
I'd like... He's just pulling an Ari Shaffir, man.
He's just pulling a Bill Cosby. Depends on how you phrase it. Did you ever see the thing with Bill Cosby when he talks about his barbecue sauce?
Yeah, dude, it's funny.
Have you heard that? You know what Bill Cosby did?
Yeah.
Dude, when that happened, I went to the record store and there was a whole bunch of old Bill Cosby vinyls. I'm like, they're all like 5 cents. So I bought every one of them. I took it up and there was like a girl with purple hair at the counter and she was real mad at me. And I realized, oh yeah, this is why these are cheap.
Did you still buy them?
Yeah. Why would I buy them?
He's never going to see her again.
Yeah.
Or
whatever. I put them right next to my copy of, I'm not going to even say the book. Never mind.
Nanette or Mein Kampf?
Yeah, that one. I have Nanette too. Nanette's a great vinyl.
You want to upset the most amount of people?
Yeah.
You say that sentence again.
What then?
That you like Nanette?
No, dude, I think it's great.
Let's not get into it right now.
I think
we're at an hour, so what do y'all want to do?
I don't know. Did we really talk to Nixon too much or just yelled over top of him?
A little bit of both.
Have you seen stand-up in Colombia? Is there like a Spanish speaking? I know Mexico has a couple guys.
Oh yeah, there's the first stand-up comedian that I remember was a guy named Andres Lopez. He was the first time ever I saw something. He's fucking funny. He talks about the generations
Yeah.
in Colombia and how W said everything. They are the real parents and stuff. And then the X are the ones who were confused because they wanted to mix everything with the American dream.
Yeah.
It's fucking funny. It's like 2 hours.
Pretty cool. Is it subtitled? Can I get it subtitled?
I think you should be.
I'll check it out.
It's called La Pelota de Letras.
So I hate subtitles on just specials. They usually ruin the joke.
It is true. Yeah.
They put the subtitle before the punchline actually comes out of the comedian's mouth normally. So you see it and you don't actually get like that. They don't time it properly.
But that's like a subtitle if you have the volume on. Like if you're watching no volume, right? Like if you're a bad employee watching on your phone at work, it's cool. And then if it's in a different language, I don't understand.
Like it's like vocation, I guess. Like if you are not really interested in something like that, yeah, it's gonna be boring. Because it's like for me, I like English and I was studying French in college and stuff, so I like it and I kind of get the timing of stuff. Yeah. But did you see those specials in Netflix about comedians from all over the world?
Yeah,
that was like a Russian and. I watched like half of one, and I was bored.
It's rough sometimes.
Yeah, like the timing, the cultural thing comes to play a lot. So
yeah.
Did the reason you come to America was to pursue stand up?
No,
or was it to find?
I used to
find a bride in New York City?
This is like the fucking worse. I used to think of comedy like the baby brother of acting. I always wanted to be a serious actor, you know, like the guy who saves the world and keeps the girl.
Is that what you went to
shit.
college for? What'd you
No, I went to college to be an English teacher.
Oh,
back
okay.
in Colombia, yeah.
So what inspired the move then? And then my next question is, how did you get into stand-up?
Well, because my friend who convinced me to come here to the States, she lived in Indiana. And there was nothing there, you know. But when you first move to a country, you have to find a job. And, you know, so it took me 5 years to actually being able to move to Chicago. And then I moved to Chicago and pandemic started. So there was nothing to do. And, you know, like I said, I never wanted to do comedy, but every time I said, hey, you know what, I want to be an actor, they would be like, oh, I can totally see you as a comedian actor. Like, oh, fuck you. Because, you know, I think it was an ego thing. I thought they were calling me a clown or whatever.
Yeah. And
then I remember the first audition I came here to for an acting gig in Chicago. The producers were like, this is for a commercial. Can you please tell us a story and make it funny? And okay, so I started telling them the story about how I wanted to actually be a serious actor, but I didn't get those roles, and I think it's because I have no ass and stuff. So they were fucking laughing at it. And when I finished my story, they were like, "You should actually do stand up." And I was like, "You know what? I'll try it. Why not?" And I did my first stand up, and you know, because I didn't know how it was or anything, they said, you have 4 minutes, right, for an open mic. And I was like, 4 minutes? I'm not going to be able to say all of the things that I
you're done in like 30 seconds. Yeah.
I have an hour of conversation in 4 minutes. And I went onto that stage, and I started noticing that, you actually have to tailor your words. You actually have to do something with content.
So did you do bad the first time?
No.
No? You did good.
I didn't bomb. I didn't kill.
Yeah.
It was like I did land a couple of jokes. I went like, I'm Nixon. I'm not a crook. And that one landed. You know.
Where was this at? Which open
that
mic?
was at Reggie's.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Suburbs, right? No, not
Reggie's.
Reggie's is here.
Not Riddles.
Yeah, Riddles. Yeah.
Oh.
That restaurant, that Mexican restaurant there is pretty good.
Sorry.
Were you with me when the one guy smashed his dick against the window? At Riddles or at the Mexican place?
No.
I don't want to freight train Nixon's story.
You bring tragedies to everywhere you go.
Yeah, he just hang out with comics. There was a guy, he was dressed like a punk rocker, but like real posery. He's like, oh, I'm just so funny. He just started like calling everybody names, trying to roast him. Like, get the fuck away from us. Me and the one dude were like, we're going to go get a burrito. And we walk up there. He goes, oh man, dare me put my dick on the window? We're like, no. He's like, I'll put my fucking dick on the window. And it's like 6 p.m. And like people were eating in their families. He goes, I'll do it. And we're like, all right, man. Like, no, like we don't care. And then he just pulled down his pants and just mashed his penis against the window. And just started smearing all over. And we're sitting there like, we don't know what the fuck to do. And then he left, and we went inside and just talked about how weird that was. And I haven't seen him since.
Was it a nice dick?
I didn't look at it.
What?
I was from the behind. And the people inside, like the old lady behind the counter, is like just looking and shit. They're like, yeah, it's Riddles. And then he never came back again.
Because we need a description of the dick so we can
Riddles
find
is
the
a weird spot.
attacker.
Yeah, I don't know. But you want to go interview the employees there?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine if you're just like a 65-year-old lady just sitting back there like handing out churros and you just look up and you're just like, smash. It was fucking weird. Anyways.
Bro, that's very what's the word? That's a very confident attitude.
Yeah. But anyways, what about Riddles? What were you doing down there? Some comedy?
It was his first open mic.
That was my
That's a pretty
first
good
open
one.
mic. And I did Riddles, and then the one that they closed that was on Lincoln.
What's that?
I have no idea.
Was that I.O.?
No,
that's
that's
what
not
I.O.'s on
Lincoln.
Kingsbury, whatever, North Kings.
Patsy's.
Patsy. Oh, Patsy's was fun. That was my first or second open mic in Chicago?
Really?
I can't remember. One of them, I think Patsy's was the first. Yeah. Went down there on a Friday night.
That's where I met Brian, which was like the
Yeah.
very first comedian that I started hanging out with.
The bartender at Patsy's was an asshole,
I
dude.
know. And but yeah, man, I now love it. I love the skills because I do take seriously my art. You know, like the acting and the music. I don't think it's just a thing of, oh yeah, I have talent. I do like, even if it's not good, I like to put thought into it, like have some meaning, have something. So I realized that there's a lot to be done in comedy. And now because of comedy, I've met a bunch of guys like you guys that I can enjoy working with and doing shit. We were just working about the script this morning.
Yeah, that was fun.
With Chavez del Rio and Cory Lara. Shout out to my boys. Shit.
They look like they could be related. I don't know. It's like the long hair. They're the same height, same build. Yeah. Like they'd be cousins or something, brothers or something.
Have a little bit of the same energy, I guess.
Yeah, no, like almost the same. One, Chavez is just like Corey if he was stoned. That's what it seemed like, these guys.
You want to talk about it all? The script you're working on? Or no? You want to keep it lock and key?
Talk to the mic.
The script you're working on.
You want it's up to you.
It's your script. Or do you want to at least plug the name?
I want to do something. It's a little bit based on my experience in coming to the States and about how, well, because I was an illegal, like I said. If I went back to Colombia, they wouldn't let me come back in. And when I was 2 years here in the States, my mom died in Colombia. So I couldn't go to her funeral and stuff. And it was a difficult time for me and stuff, but I also learned that now I have an adopted family here in the States, you know, that people that I have been taken care of by, like they have taken care of me.
Yes.
And they are also expecting, not that they are like, yeah, do this, but I know I have to take care of them in a way, right? So I'm like, okay, my mom died there, but also there's people here who need me. And also there's people in Colombia who need me to actually get my papers and do my whole process here. So I decided to, I have to suck it up and stay here and, take all these challenges. So I'm writing about this guy who is an immigrant, is Colombian, and had some, likewise experience like that. But also, it's about breaking some stereotypes about that, because usually people, when think about illegal immigrants, they're like the shy, hidden guys, and like they're all the secondary character who are very playful and funny, and this guy is more about business and family, and so we're working around that. It's just the second meeting, but
interesting.
But it's I hope, and it seems like it's gonna be fun, right?
Yeah, it'll be a good one.
I hope so.
Are you planning on pitching it, or are you guys going to produce yourselves?
You were going to say?
No.
It's all the questions.
I'm thinking we are going to produce it for the most part, but I'm thinking on bringing as many people as I can who know how to do their shit.
Yeah.
Because this is my first thing that I'm going to do, and it's going to be the first thing in the resume.
It is a pain, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
And writing a stage sketch show is a lot of work, and this is like a whole other level.
Yeah, doing...
Right.
Yeah. I used to do that stuff, like back in college. That's where... I went to school for engineering. I have an engineering degree, but I did acting on the side, like theater stage stuff. And you just start learning the ropes, and then I learned all... That's why you see all this AV equipment, audio, video stuff. Right. So, yeah, it's a lot of work, man. But if you can get it done, I think it's better to always do it yourself. You have full control.
But that's the thing, that it is true. I also think that because the story is mainly in my head and I'm the one who knows how to do it, it's better if I'm on top of all of that shit.
Yeah.
But also I have learned in the years, I guess, that it's many times it's better to trust other people in things that I actually don't know how to do. For instance, I'm not good at editing. I know how to point a camera, but I know there are people who are actually, so we need intimacy with this actor, so they want to do a close-up in you. And they know if you put the camera from below, it's going to mean that this is different status, of power and shit. They know all of that shit that I don't know. The yellow light is warm, so it means all of that shit I know. I have no idea about it. So
yellow light, California.
right,
Blue light, New York.
right.
That's how they dictated.
And I
Pretty
what?
accurate. It's always orange for like Mexico or Latin America.
Yeah.
So it's like a orange, and then it's all like color grading stuff.
Right.
Sure, all the things. It's like the Matrix all looks green.
So that's the thing that I would hope that I get to manage well, where we can find those rules, how those things work, and make it into something that's going to be different. But I know that that's not only ambitious, but it's also illusory, because there are many people who have done this, in history. I'm sure I'm not discovering water. I know I'm not doing something groundbreaking or shit.
I bet it was pretty groundbreaking when they discovered water.
Right.
Oh fuck, I was thirsty.
right. But like I hope that we can contribute into something and find our own niche and stuff. So we're gonna do
It'll be really cool, man.
yeah.
Yep.
That's mostly. But yeah, I do wanna outbranch to as many. And the cool thing about getting new friends is that I get to start saying, "Hey, bro, can you help me with
Yeah, you
this?"
get bringing people and stuff.
Like Justin Smith, bro.
Yeah.
He's pretty good at doing
Right,
movies,
yeah.
and so I'm hoping I can. I haven't even told him. But
You shout him out on
right.
Maybe you
podcast.
should
No,
tell him.
but the thing is, when we were doing comedy, and we would usually go to Rose's open mic, and I remember he was like, "Bro, a script. Where's the script? I'll produce it for you. I'll do it. I'll direct it for you." Every week, where's the script? Where's the script? So I'm hoping he's gonna be the first one
Yeah.
on board there. If not, then fuck. No, I'm kidding. But yeah,
That's awesome, man. That's crazy. I mean, you got to start somewhere.
yeah.
Start doing it at some point. So that if you need any help, feel free to reach out to either of us, and we can see what we could potentially do.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Actually, I think you guys are gonna be involved.
That's what Chris was telling me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what Chris was telling me.
Well, Chris is already involved, but we have
Yeah.
a character for you that
yeah,
we think
that's what he was telling
great.
me.
Yeah. I hope you love it.
This will be the second pilot that somebody's asked me to act in. The first one, never heard back. They're like, "Can you do this?" I was like, "Sure." Disappeared.
That happens a lot, doesn't
Never heard back. I mean, that's just they say the best way to do, it's like the same with applying for jobs. The best way to do acting, like auditions, is do it, leave,
Forget
and then never
about
think
it,
about
yeah.
it ever again. If you hear back, awesome. If you never do, then awesome. Keep
Yeah.
going. So
it? That's true.
that's like the rule of thumb, because otherwise you just destroy your mind trying to be like, did I do good enough? Am I going to hear back? I need to do blah, 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 blah. So it's just keep making moves. And if you hear
Right.
back, you do. If you don't, you don't. So
Well, I think when you are already like very involved in the business, I've been a musician for I started when I was 17. That means 23
What do you play?
years. I play the piano. I played the drums. I was a worship leader in my church, and so I sang, and I still sing. But what I'm saying is, when you start, when you've been around in the business of being on stage and being artsy things, you realize it is indeed a very subjective thing. When people tell you no, it doesn't mean you suck. It means they don't like it. So yeah, I've had that in my head. I've auditioned with so many bands, man, that I thought I was gonna be the perfect match, and then it didn't work out.
Yeah.
And then I played for someone that I didn't think it was gonna work. And they were like, "Dude, you're the perfect one for us." So I do Lyft. I drive Lyft. And one day I was about to go home already. It was like 1 a.m. And this was my last ride that I picked up. And the guy was like, "Oh, man, I got called in the studio because I need to record some shit. And the piano player didn't show up." And I was like, "Oh, I play piano." He was like, "Really? You want to?" Bro, I recorded. It was like 45
Really?
minutes.
he just invited you in.
And they paid me $100.
That's crazy.
That's cool as fuck.
They're like, "Yeah, we love you, bro. Thank you very much." They gave me a phone number. It's just that I don't really know how this works, like the recording and stuff. And they wanted, because it was hip hop. It was like
Okay.
and stuff like. So they wanted a technician who's able to make sounds and
Yeah.
stuff. And I don't know. I play piano and some keyboards, but I'm not really good at the technical. So that's why I never called him back.
Yeah.
But it was a very cool thing.
That's a really cool experience. Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Now, when was this?
4 months ago. I would say.
Oh, so it's like somewhat
You
recent.
should still call.
Yeah, dude. Hell
Why
yeah.
not?
Hit him up. Be like, hey, man, I'm still interested.
I don't know.
Not
what
busy?
The phone number is.
Oh man, Nixon,
I know,
Dude.
you got to put that in your phone right away.
I get that, bro. I love working with Lyft. If I hope they're not gonna sue me for saying the name of the company or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Official sponsor of this podcast.
right. I hope they at
Maybe they
least
will
give me
now.
$10
Yeah.
bucks.
All of our views are their views.
I love it
Don't
'cause-
take that out 'cause
Can we shout out Nixon's Lyft code? Is that what we can do?
yeah, beep out the part where I said all their views are our views. Yeah, what's your lift, dude? You could,
Maybe we shouldn't. I don't know. I
But then
don't know
he'll
how to
get-
work
I really don't.
Yeah, the
know,
30
man.
people.
But what I love about it is there's so many. You meet so many different, interesting people, man. Some of them are crazy. A guy just once asked me like, "Hey, who would you rather fuck, my boyfriend or me?" It's like out of nowhere.
that's funny. Who was it? Who would you rather fuck? His boyfriend, him, or Osama bin Laden?
The only acceptable answer to that question is yes.
Yeah.
Whoever opens their mouth first.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ,
So
Nixon.
aggressive.
Holy fuck.
What? Do you think it was harder driving a cab or for one of these ride share companies?
Oh, definitely the cab
Cab.
was right. Because with the ride share applications, they give you some info. You never carry cash. It's all in the-
a cab is a good way to get robbed. Probably
with the cab, you're picking up random people on the street who are hailing at you.
Dude, in Pittsburgh, there was a shooting in an Uber.
Oh no shit!
Yeah, like this guy was at a bar. He came running out of the bar at the guy in the car in the back, and the guy in the car is like a little drunk. He put his handgun up to the glass, the guy in the Uber, and shot the guy through the glass, blew out the back window, killed the guy, and immediately got the gun and put it to the Uber driver's head and said, "Fucking driver, I'll kill you." And then they drove to the whole other side of the town. They had to ditch the car, and he goes, "If you tell anybody, I'll end your life." And then he just like left. He ended up getting arrested. So it can still happen. Yeah, because it tracks what happens and who you are.
Right.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find the article and send it to you guys. But yeah, so it can still happen.
I
but
mean,
it's
it
like,
is always like I was saying earlier. Like when it's your turn, it's your fucking turn, man. You can die taking a shower in your home. It's what it is.
How my great grandfather went. I'm being serious.
died.
He fell in the shower.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like 80.
Yeah.
80 something. He fell in the shower
Bro.
and cracked something, then died.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm
This is-
afraid.
Sorry.
I'm afraid of bathtubs with showers. I only like the walk-in. Like if you went into my bathroom, it's just a walk-in shower. Like you don't have to go over the tub
Right.
because
Oh.
that's how he died, trying to get out. I'm being serious. I'm being.
That's how you die.
That's how he died.
Do you want the recipe for death? To get a bathtub. No, but seriously, when I was in Colombia, I used to be a taxi driver for 7 years in Bogota, Colombia. 5 p.m. till 5 a.m., which is, fucking crazy. It's the night. For 7 years, and I had a friend. He graduated for business school, and he was an engineer for computers. He got those titles, and he didn't get a job for like 2 years.
happens.
And
man.
I was like, bro, just drive a taxi like I'm doing. No, but it's so unsafe and blah, blah. I finally convinced him. And he was like, okay, I'm going to try, but I'll do it during the day. He was like, I was like, okay, during the night you make more money. But if you want to do it, yeah, because during the day it's going to be safer. Bro, in 7 years that I drove, never happened nothing bad to me. He started working. The first week he got stabbed and he got robbed. I'm not,
What did he say to you? Was he pissed?
He was pissed.
Yeah, I would be too.
Bro, you convinced me.
The night you're just driving like drunk people, and they're usually just wanting to have a good
Right,
time or
they're
cry.
usually take me
Nice.
home. That's their
Yeah.
phrase. Just take me home. Where the fuck is home? Just take me home. Okay, I start driving and they drop you off somewhere. But yeah, man, it's when it's your turn, it's your turn. You can't be afraid of anything. I live in Humboldt Park. Did you hear the 2 shootings this week
Yeah, there's
in Humboldt Park?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I'm gonna stop taking walks in Humboldt Park. It's a fucking great park. It's very
Yeah.
pretty.
You're also No, it's
you guys also have like a sculpture of a hand beating off a gigantic tree.
what?
Really?
Yeah,
I don't know about this.
Humboldt Park. Hold on, I'll
I
find
don't
it.
spend a lot of time.
You're gonna put this on the screen if I find it.
All right.
Last
Find
time,
it and then send it to me.
last time, you said you would do that.
What was I supposed to
I
put
don't
on
even remember.
screen? It was when we interviewed. I can't even say their name. It was when we interviewed. We had a guest who manages the accounts for like the different, like OnlyFans stuff.
Yeah,
And he's the guy that responds to all the dudes that send him like messages.
yeah.
Dude, crazy. It was a crazy episode, man.
All right, Ryan. I'm gonna send this
Yeah,
thing to
send
you.
me that.
It-
Also, by the way, we're at 1:21:30, so we should probably wrap
All right, we'll wrap it up.
and then
We're gonna use this as our.
start wrapping.
Yeah, all right. We're gonna use this picture though as our thumbnail. Cool. Tons of energy here.
I don't think we're gonna use that as our thumbnail.
No,
I
you
think
need-
it's better
it's-
I'm
thumbnail.
about to fall asleep.
I don't think you
Are you
understand,
for-
dude. This is a sculpture there. I saw it because I met somebody. Oh, I was going out in the open mic and I drove past it. Almost wrecked my car. I was like, what?
It's like the earth jerking off.
No, it's like the earth holding up this dead tree, but it just looks like the park is beating off a tree.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyways, on that sexual note,
Yeah. Anyways, this was Nixon, and now Nixon's gonna freestyle rap with us.
yo,
People are gonna think I'm crazy. You're crazy to listen to this.